Namaste, Big Cat, Grand Rising. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave. Venus retrograde begins in Leo on the 23rd of July 2023 until the 3rd of September. This 6-week-long backspin will lead to a major review of matters of love, values, wealth, and even self-confidence. Venus's movement started in Leo when it entered Leo on the 5th of June. The retrograde, as you know, begins on the 23rd of July until the 3rd of September, where Venus will go direct in Leo. It then will sashay over to Virgo on the 8th of October. If you've been wanting to rethink your relationships, money-making ventures, or approach to your beauty, well, guess what? Ta-da! This retrograde of Venus in the fixed fire sign of Leo is going to shake everything up. Venus, the planet of romance, pleasure, goes retrograde every 18 months. This is the first Venus retrograde since its previous retrograde ended on the 29th of January 2022. To get the best sense of how any retrograde will affect you, think about how the planet functions when it's moving forward, aka going direct. When Venus is direct, it will influence how you relate to others in not only romantic bonds, but platonic and congenial connections. It colors your flirting style. It also shapes how you experience pleasure, what you value, how you'll go about making and spending money, and what you deem appealing aesthetically. When Venus is moving direct, it's conducting all of its business in an external, action-orientated way. By comparison, Venus retrogrades encourages you to prioritize introspection and the evaluation of relationships, pleasure, money, and beauty. It also bears noting that Venus in retrograde is more authentically felt than Uranus retrograde that lasts for months and involves an outer transpersonal planet. The basic rule of thumb is that the closer the planet is to Earth, the more you will feel its movements. Another thing you should consider is the house of your birth natal chart that Venus falls in as it's cruising backwards with its retrograde in Leo. This can tell you in which area of your life the retrograde will play out. If, for example, Leo rules your first house of self, this retrograde will nudge you to reassess your sense of self, your personal brand, how you project yourself to the world. And because the first house sits opposite the 7th house of partnerships, meaning the two houses are on the same axis, functioning like two sides of the same coin, you may also need to think about how you're showing up in relationships and how others are showing up for you. Whilst Venus retrograde is in effect, you could find that you are compelled to hit the rewind button. Check in with yourself. Focus on self-awareness, self-acceptance. Explore your identity and build confidence. Use the time for personal healing and growth to cultivate a stronger sense of self-worth and boundaries. Hone your artistic voice. Engage in creative outlets to express your emotions. Take up a class or project to enhance your creative skills. Complete unfinished projects with a fresh perspective. Rethink promotion. Review your public image and how you present yourself. Consider ways to become a stronger leader in your own life. Fixed signs Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius will be most affected by the Venus-Leo retrograde. Pay attention if your birth chart placements are around 12 to 28 degrees of a fixed sign. Aries. Venus retrograde falls in your 5th house of romance and self-expression. This period invites you to reflect on your approach to love and relationships. Take the opportunity to examine your past relationships and learn from them. Consider how you express your desires and emotions in romantic situations. Use this time for introspection and self-work to enhance your creativity and pleasure. Explore activities that bring you joy and allow your authentic self to shine. Taurus, Venus retrograde lands in your 4th house of home and life. Focus on your relationships with your family and your domestic values. Reassess your living arrangements and the dynamics within your household. Reflect on your emotional connection with your home and how it aligns with your overall well-being. Consider setting boundaries with family members and creating a harmonious living environment. Use this period to explore your financial aspects related to your home and make any necessary adjustments. Gemini, Venus retrogrades in your 3rd house of communication. Be more intentional with your time and energy in social interactions. Reflect on the quality of your relationships with younger siblings, neighbors, cousins, aunts, uncles, and friends. Re-evaluate how you express yourself and how you listen and communicate with others. Set healthy boundaries in your conversations and prioritize your mental well-being. Use this time to explore new ways of expressing yourself creatively and intellectually. Cancer, Venus retrogrades in your 2nd house of income. Rethink your relationship with money and how it aligns with your values. Reflect on your skills, talents, and resources and how they contribute to your financial stability. Consider aligning your income with your purpose and long-term goals. Explore opportunities to increase your financial abundance and security. Use this period to evaluate your self-worth and ensure it reflects in your financial situations. Leo, Venus retrograde falls in your 1st house of self. This period offers an opportunity for personal reinvention and self-expression. Reflect on how you present yourself to the world and your overall satisfaction with your self-image. Consider the dynamics of your one-on-one relationships and how they contribute to your sense of self. Embrace your authenticity and explore ways to express yourself more confidently. Use this time to assess your personal needs and ensure that they are met in your relationships. Virgo, Venus retrograde falls in your 12th house of spirituality. Embrace the unknown and engage in self-exploration during this period. Create space for journaling, meditation, and introspection. Reflect on your spiritual beliefs and practices and consider any adjustments you may need. Explore your subconscious patterns and emotions to gain deeper self-understanding. Use this time to connect with your intuition and discover new ways to nurture your soul. Libra, Venus retrogrades in your 11th house of networking. Reconnect with old friends and colleagues during this period. Rethink your involvement in groups, communities, and social circles. Reflect on the quality of your platonic relationships and evaluate their alignment with your values. Consider setting boundaries in your friendships and pursuing connections that bring you joy. Use this time to explore new social opportunities and expand your networks. Scorpio, Venus retrograde falls in your 10th house of career and public image. Reflect on your professional goals, aspirations, and the overall direction of your career. Assess your relationships with authority figures and how it impacts your growth. Re-evaluate your public image and personal branding. ensuring that they align with your authentic self. Consider any adjustments needed to strike a balance between your personal and professional life. Use this time to explore new career opportunities and set intentions for long-term success. Sagittarius, Venus retrogrades in your 9th house of expansion and higher learning. Reflect on your beliefs and philosophies and the meaning you assign to life. Reevaluate your educational pursuits and areas of personal growth. Explore different perspectives and expand your horizons through intellectual exploration. Consider any adjustments needed to align your actions with your core values. Use this time to embrace adventure and seek new experiences that broaden your perspective. Capricorn, Venus retrograde falls in your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources. Reflect on your relationships' depth and emotional connection. Reevaluate your approach to trust, vulnerability, and shared responsibilities. Assess your financial investments, joint ventures, and areas of shared resources. Consider any adjustments needed to create a healthy balance in your intimate relationships. Use this time to explore new ways of fostering trust and emotional intimacy. Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign represented by the water bearer. Venus retrograde affects Aquarius in the 7th house of partnerships. Focus on relationships and dynamics of any partnerships. Reassess what they bring as a partner. Evaluate desires and expectations within relationships. Reflect on how well your needs are being met. Foster effective communication and mutual understanding. Make the necessary adjustments or improvements for greater harmony and fulfillment. Pisces. Pisces is a water sign symbolized by the fish. Venus retrograde affects Pisces in their 6th house of routine and wellness. Focus on self-care practices and overall well-being. Reflect on habits and routines. Prioritize self-love, self-care, and self-worth. Establish healthier habits and engage in joyous activities. Establish boundaries for emotional and physical health. Cultivate inner balance, confidence, and a strong foundation for your well-being. Big cat wave until we meet again on these astrological streets.